Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden, and I'm a Certified Zentangle Teacher. Today we're going to take a look at the Tangle 8C by CZT Mina Hsiao. This is a grid pattern and super nice, and I'm sure as you saw at the beginning photo, to me this just makes me think of spirograph. So this is a grid pattern, and I'm just going to do a four square. Let's just see. So I'm not gonna do a regular border, so I'm gonna, well, maybe not go all the way out to the edge here. Oops. There we go. Yeah, so I think we'll just do a four square, so that way you can get the idea of how this tangle works. All right, so that's essentially my border. We're gonna divide it in half or close to it, and in half again or close to it, and so this one starts off, if you have ever done the Tangle bales, very similar to that. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a curved line basically in on each of the sides of each box. What I like to do, and this one, it seems like it does you well. You can adjust how high the curve is. I'm going to try to make mine kind of high. A lot of times when I'm doing bales, I do them a lot thinner. Or thinner meaning closer to the line, to the grid, the grid line. Graph line is what was in my head, and I'm like, that's not right. That's not right. So what I like to do one side, turn my tile, and do the other side. Now on the step out, I just put because I kind of copied what she had done, and she put all four of these steps in the one box, and that's fine. Sometimes I will separate some of them out if I find it confusing, or if I think that it seems confusing. What did I do here? Oh my goodness. Sometimes it doesn't even work. It's like I do all of them, so that way then I make sure I have them all done, but I'm just a little over anxious and turning that tile too quick. Like I said, sometimes, just depending on the tangle and, the complexness of it, sometimes I will separate some. Or like in one not too long ago, I'll add a step beforehand just because I needed to help me do it. And I found that it seems like people like that. All right, so once you have all four, interior curve lines on all of your boxes, then, and I'm like, this is one of those, so brilliant. It's like, why didn't I think about that before? Because there's a lot of other tangles that are like this. It's like, oh, well, let's go, making an asterisk to start something up. Oh, let's just cross here. Oh, and let's just, cross it the other way. So that's essentially what we're going to do. So so we went on the curved line on the grid line. This one, we're going to go from corner to corner. So same idea. We're doing a curved line. And now this is up to you. So what I have done is, when I was just playing with it, I was doing this where I was doing one curved line, going the one direction. Now you could, and I did do this, it got a little bit confusing, turned it this way and did it, but let's do the one, so from one corner to the other, we'll complete both sides of that. Okay. Oops. And I do like to turn my tile for the curve line, because that way you get it, in your hand, however you like to, you make your curve in whichever hand you use. So you just get that natural curve. And I like to just move my tile so that way I have more consistency that way. So now, we went one direction diagonal. We're going to go the other direction diagonal. And like I said, I did not put in the step out. We just did, both sides at the same time. I do this because because I'm lazy, I guess, and I don't want to turn keep turning the tile and turning the tile. But it's one of those, whatever works for you, do it. The idea is just making sure that we get all of this, we get the steps done. And it does, at this point, it does get a little bit, eyeball confusing, because you're like, wait, where was I at again? So, in that respect, it might, might be better to just, to do, okay, curve, and do each box at a time. And so that is basically it. Now, where did that Oh, I think this curve line went a little bit wonky. Ah, that's all right. So, like I said, to me, this makes me think of like a spirograph. And now for shading, of course, there's multiple ways you can shade it. And, you know, this one could be cool. You're thinking of, you know, how Zentangle is kind of like creating your own adult coloring book. You know, if you did this on a bigger scale or even this, and then you could, you know, color in sections, that would be really neat. But for shading, here's what I'm going to do is, so I'm looking at this center flower. And as you can see these little puzzles, so I'm just calling it a flower. So this center one, I'm putting some graphite, just kind of going straight up. I probably put a little bit too much, but that's all right. Okay, so we're just going to do that, and then actually I'm going to lightly smudge it around here. But basically, I'm not going to go all the way, you know, to this end. And that's one thing, of course, that you could just decide is how far up do you want it to go. I think I went a little bit too far in my own book here, but that's okay. And that's neat. Then, so kind of mirroring, so imagining that this is a bigger grid. Here's the next one. Oops, not too much. I'm thinking of something else, and that's probably why I'm, why am I doing that? Okay, and then let's see, let's just do these couple. So right here, for sure. Oh, and then, yeah, the one up and the one lower. And I'm thinking maybe not those little sides, but of course you can. And this is, you could also just shade the entire section if you want, and not just like this. I'm kind of doing these individual seeds that have developed from doing all of these giant curved lines. And that looks neat just like that. Now, I'm going to guess, let's see, if we had it bigger, there would probably, I'm going to guess this would probably go too. I'm just putting what's kind of left on my tortillon. Okay, maybe I need to add a little bit here. And so again, you can just have a lot of fun shading as you wish. This is just an idea. Shading as you see fit, coloring in if you see fit. But how cool is that? Just, I mean, so simple and so gorgeous, you know, just, and so intricate. So I hope that you enjoyed this. In the description box is a link to my step outs, and I might put some other links in there as well. There are links if you want to connect with me, you know, attend any of my classes, things like that. That'd be lovely. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed already and enjoyed it enough that you might want to see more, feel free to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that way you're notified when new videos come out. So with that, I hope that you have a lot of fun with this. So happy tangling.